Hey guys, and welcome to my brand new show, Nerdy Nick. So you're probably wondering if you're subscribed anyway, or know that I did YouTube, that I had another channel, or actually it's the same channel, but it was a different show called The Daily Dude, and I had a co-host. Well, I'm breaking away from that and rebranding myself to a little bit something more true to myself, and something where I don't necessarily have to keep up with daily events all the freaking time. So that in itself was tiring. I'm not a news broadcaster. I'm not someone who's going out there and doing all these investigations or research. I'm not a sports broadcaster or anything like that. So I'm just going to do what I like to do best, and that's game, show you guys my comics, show you guys my cosplay. We're going to be going over all that stuff in these new episodes on this new show, Nerdy Nick. It sounds kind of silly to rebrand myself, but it's so young into my YouTube career, but it's something that I feel I needed to do to stay more true and to be more honest with the viewers. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So, first thing we'll talk about is the games. I'm I guess you could say, amateur game collector. I started getting more involved with game collecting when I went to the Game On Expo last year in 2016 up in Mesa. I saw a bunch of cool panels from guys like Metal Jesus. I saw a bunch of different cosplayers. And seeing that in real life is really cool. You can go ahead and Google, like Fallout cosplay, and you see it and you're like, wow, that's really neat. But when you see it in person, you get almost a little, the goosebumps, the chicken skin, because it's like so detailed and so awesome looking. And then, going around and seeing all the different booths and stuff. I started seeing games from when I was a kid, and I was like, man, I wish I had my PS1 still, because then I could buy this game, play it all day. Back then, I was just like a current gen gamer. I had like a 360 and an Xbox One, and whatever games I was playing on my iOS. So I really got inspired to start collecting. So the cool thing is, plus and down of my collection so far is that it's not giant, but you guys will see my collection grow just as much as my channel will grow. We'll be doing a lot of this together. You'll go on game hunts with me. You'll see clips from expos that I'll be going to and all kinds of different stuff. So that's cool for me, cool for you. We'll be growing together. God, that sounds like something from PBS. Anyways, so we'll start off with my collection. So my collection is about 8 or 9 consoles wide so far. So we've got the basic stuff like the good old Xbox One. We've got, I'll start with Microsoft. So Xbox One, Xbox 360, and going down to the original Xbox. Now, I want to give a shout out to my friend Dustin, who kindly gifted me the original Xbox I have to this day. So thanks a lot, dude. And now we'll move on to the Sony part of my collection. I have a PlayStation, the original PlayStation, the big bulky gray box one, and then I've got the PS2 Slim. And again, Dustin, thank you so much for giving me that PS2. I've already been playing tons and tons of hours on my Xbox and PS2, so that did not go to waste. I've also got a regular DS. Well, it's DS Lite. I am so envious of everyone who has a DS or a 3DS, including my sister, because I never really saw the potential in it until I had a DS, and I was like, oh, I want to play 3DS games. I kind of feel like that meme of Squidward looking out at SpongeBob and Patrick. And then I've also got a Nintendo 64, and now this one is like my pride and joy. So this is one of my original consoles that I bought when I was a kid. So I think it was in 2000, maybe 1999 when I bought this. So it's a gold Toys R Us exclusive N64. So here's a controller. See it nice and gold. Also got the memory card in there. And that's one of my favorite consoles of all time. It's also like the last cartridge home console. And that just kind of holds like a special place in my heart because like as a 90s kid, when a game's not working, just blowing it, blow it up, works just fine. And the games for it are timeless and classic, as well as my PS1. So, oh, and you know what? I've also got the Retron 5. So I do love and enjoy games from the 80s and the 90s. But with limited space and limited cash, I can't buy and collect every console all at the same time. So I got the Retron 5 for Christmas, which plays Famicom, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega, and they just came out with a 3-in-1 Sega adapter. And it also plays Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games, which is really fun because instead of having to look on this little screen, see it right on the TV. And it just makes gaming so much more fun and diverse because, you know, you want to play Sega, yeah, you don't feel like playing that game anymore, pop in an SNES game. And it's awesome. And then I've got the original NES in-box gaming manual inside, all controllers, everything. It's all complete. It even has that Mario / Duck Hunt game. This is probably one of the coolest things I ever came across because it was free, and a client of mine when I was a personal trainer gave it to me because he said, it's just sitting in my closet, you know, I'm 35, I haven't seen it in like 10 years, have it. So, he gave it to me, in box, knew I was a collector, knew I loved nostalgic things, and, you know, I didn't ever ask once, are you sure? Because I was like, no, okay, thanks, I'm taking it, bye. So I guess right here, you know, we'll say with my games are kind of limited for each console right now just because, you know, I've barely started collecting since August of last year. There are, I don't want to say like no retro gaming stores around here at all because there's like a couple like Bookman's and Game Trader. But aside from that, in Tucson, Arizona, where I'm from, we've got like GameStop and that's it. And of course, you know, GameStop doesn't have like the biggest retro collection in store. Sure, they do online, but that's really kind of limited. So another thing, apart from gaming, that I'll be talking with you guys about is my my comic collection. I'm also collecting comics. I love Marvel, DC, and you know what? I've kind of got like, I'm very selective with my comics. So with comics, it's got to be that like really round, bubbly, shiny 90s look to it. That very specific art style where you know like they're too buff and their suits are way too foily looking. I don't know why, I think that's just a nostalgic thing. They might not look the best out of all the comic art, but it's my favorite. And another thing too is we'll also be showing you my cosplay. I just started cosplaying for Tucson Comic Con last year in October, and it was a success. I didn't know what to do at first because of my limited skills, and I kind of feel like Fry from Futurama, where he's got like dumb hands and can't play that saxophone thing. So it was really hard, but really fun and really rewarding. I was Bardock from DBZ, I was Goku's dad. And the coolest thing, it was what made it so rewarding was people coming up, asking to take pictures with me, like, oh my god, you look so good, you look just like him, and so on and so forth. So we'll be doing a lot of that too. We'll be dressing up for Comic-Cons and game expos and whatnot. So I guess I'll say what I'm playing right now, because that's a cool way to end the show. So what I'm playing right now is a lot of everything. It's total first world problems, right? Like, I don't know what game to play. Should I play PS1, Xbox One? I don't know what to do. So, right now, I'm really, really hooked into Doom 3 for the original Xbox. Since the new Doom came out last year and I beta tested it and whatnot, I was like, man, this doesn't feel like where Doom 3 left off. But it's a good thing, because Doom 3 in its own separates itself from the whole collection. Doom 3 is like very, almost like survival horror, I'll say, but with a lot of action. And it's like, you know, I know where all the jump scares are, but revisiting it totally scares the crap out of me. I'm almost done beating that again. So I'm playing that on the Xbox. Xbox One, I'm just rotating through Call of Duties. Yep, I'm a total bro when it comes to modern day gaming. I love to play online. I love to mic up. Apparently not that many people like to mic up anymore. But when I do mic up, it's fun. I get to hear and, you know, talk to all these other people. I just started doing competitive play. I figured out, actually last night, that I'm in the top 60 in domination on Infinite Warfare. So I'm like, I don't know. I'm totally geeking out. I was like, when I found out. You know, it was really cool. So I'm doing that right now. That's pretty much it. I just picked up a couple of games today, but we'll save that for a game pickups video. So let me know what you guys want to see, what you think of my first episode. I know it's kind of, bland at first and whatnot, but we'll be getting along. We'll be doing this pretty frequently. I don't have a set schedule yet, so I can't tell you, look out every Tuesday for a new episode, because I'm still trying to figure that out. But I promise, once I find a schedule, I will stay consistent, and you guys will be able to enjoy me every week. So that's it for me, guys. I appreciate you watching this video. I know it was kind of lengthy, but thanks for sticking around. It really means a lot to me to be able to do this again and do something that's true to myself and something that I enjoy talking about. I might not be the smartest, but that's why I'll bring in a guest every now and then to talk about something I have no idea about. All right, guys. Well, take care, and Nerdy Nick out.